Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video on twin flames. My name is Yvonne and today we have a very interesting topic I think that everyone wants to know or everyone has doubts about sometimes, which is, am I wasting my time? What is this? We met, I don't even know, 100 years ago and we're still not together, or he said he would leave his wife and he still hasn't done it, or any of that kind, right? Like it goes with she too. Like she said she would move in with me and she's not doing it. So am I wasting my time with that twin flame stuff? Like, Yvonne, are you just keeping people in a loop? This is really dangerous what you're doing, right? Sometimes in the comments people say that. They're like, this is so dangerous. You're leading people on. You're making them believe that they have something real going and actually it's not. You're just like helping them into delusion, and then you're gonna leave them there and they're gonna be desperate all their life, and oh my gosh, right? So let's look at that, right? Because I think you know me by now, those who have been around for a while. I'm not about leading people into misery and destroying them and letting them like hang somewhere and believing in twin flames while it's not true at all. No, that's not what's happening. But we have to say, but there is ways where you can actually waste your time. And I'm going to give you these two ways. It's actually a list of things. If you're doing these things, you might as well be losing your time because you're not doing the right thing. So we have to be careful. This relationship, twin flame relationship, which is the relationship you want and you can have with your one true love, is about self-growth. It is about you finding your true self. It is not about focusing on something outside of you and getting attached out there, right? It's not about that. So yes, there can be ways in which you might be wasting your time. And so I will give you these 2 points and I will give you the list, and then I will give you 2 points where you're actually not wasting your time if you're doing any of what I will be saying afterwards, right? So let's start right away with the first 2 points that you might be doing. So a list of things. So yes, I admit this twin flame thing can be dangerous in the sense of it can lead you into a not so happy place, which is not at all the goal of the twin flame concept, if you are doing the following. So if you are doing the following, sorry, I just repeated that. If you are waiting, if you are stalking him, like let's say waiting for him or her, right? You're like at home and you're like, ooh, doo, 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 doo. Where is he? He still hasn't shown up. What was that? What kind of sound was that? I don't know where that came from. Okay, so if you're waiting for him, nah, you're wasting your time. If you're stalking him, and you guys know so much better how to stalk him because you're like generation online. Generation, I was born with a phone in my hand, right? I'm not of that generation. So you're like, okay, Facebook, WhatsApp, Tinder, Twitter, Instagram. I'm sure like people watching this in like 10 years, they're going to be like, what is she talking about? So any of that, if you're stalking him online, offline, you're wasting your time. If you're needing him or her, you're wasting your time. I'm going to be really clear here, right? If you are hoping that he might return one day or when destiny foresees it in the near or far away or never to happen future, you're wasting your time. If you are wishing, you're like, I wish, I blow out candles every day so I can make my wish, you're wasting your time. If you are dying slowly, dying inside, you can't take it anymore, it's so tough, you're wasting your time. If you are hoping, did I already say that? No. If you're hoping for him to come back, you're wasting your time. If you're dreaming, oh, it will be so nice the day when we unite, and finally when he's here, my life will turn, boo, 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 boo. into this beautiful, beautiful life that I will only have when he or she is here, you are wasting your time. If you are begging, please be with me, please, please, please be with me, come on, just, come on, just be nice here, right? Just be with me, and then we'll get it over with, and okay, you're wasting your time. If you are praying every night to God, you're like, God, please, 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 no, you're wasting your time. Praying, yes, praying can be wonderful, right? But it has to be done in the right way. It can be asking constantly for something you don't have yet. It takes faith, guys, it takes faith. So if you're just praying without doing anything, you're wasting your time. So basically everything I'm telling you here, this huge, not complete list yet, but pretty exhaustive list, extensive, exhaustive, whatever, this sums up that you're giving your power away. You're not aware of the power you have, so you're like doing all these things and putting your power outside of you, like a little bit over here, a little bit over there, mostly with your twin flame, because they're going to decide if they want to be with you. So if you're doing any of that, wasting your time. Don't do it. No, not doing that. Stop doing it right away in case you're doing it, okay? So in that case, yes, you're wasting your time. Second point, what you might be doing, or maybe you're doing it on and off, I don't know. Maybe you're doing voodoo, right? Remember that time, one of my first videos, I talked about voodoo and people felt it was really funny. So picking up on that one, doing voodoo with the little needles into the puppet. Maybe there's a third party involved, and that third party is just like a huge issue because she or he is the reason that you can't be with your one true love. Nah, if you're doing that, wasting your time. If you're like lighting candles like until the house burns, wasting your time. If you're looking at card readings every day from morning to night, and then when the new day starts, you start with a new reading because maybe things have shifted. Maybe he has come around. Maybe he's finally recognizing that he has to wake up. Maybe he's finally becoming aware that he loves you, right? Doing any of that, wasting your time. If you are going into, you know, the funny things that I pointed out in some other video where I said, do this to have him, to get him. If you're threatening him, blackmailing him, like projecting all your hate and all your anger and everything that's not going well in your life onto him and then addressing it there, right outside of yourself, like at his door, basically, like you, and because of you, and because you don't, and because you can't, and it's all because of you. Bad boy, right? Wasting your time. If you're using violence, if you're kidnapping him, putting him in the basement, spoon feeding him all you want, and you're like, come on, guy, just admit that you want to be with me, wasting your time. So I think you get the picture, right? If you're doing any of that, yes, you are definitely wasting your time. If you're just watching the video and then commenting how unhappy you are, how awful the journey is, and how you can't take this anymore, and how all that, you're wasting your time. So let's now get to the part where you're not wasting your time. So I'm going to give you 2 points. If you're doing this, you're not at all wasting your time. First of all, time isn't real. We're not going to get into that because that's like over most people's head. Let's not get into that. So you feel time is really real, right? You have a life, and the clock is ticking. And so yes, time exists for you. That's totally fine. So you're not wasting your time if you are, first of all, doing your inner work. If you are using this twin flame journey that you're on as a tool of self-development and self-growth, right? If that is your approach, that you go, okay, Yvonne said, everything he's showing me, I'm doing to myself somewhere, right? If you actually become aware of that, if you become aware that you're one, and that, what I just said, everything you see in him or her, you're doing it to yourself. So then you are not wasting your time, because you stop focusing on and obsessing over him or her, and you come back to yourself and you go like, okay, there's something here for me. I get it. thanks to the mirror exercise, thanks to the teachings I found, I can now use this to get ahead in life. And if I'm honest with myself, that's what I've been, first of all, doing all my life already, right? There's people who have been to counselors, who have like checked out all different psychological approaches, who have checked out all spiritual approaches, and you've asked for more. Maybe you came to a halt with these things, you came to a stop where you were like, I can't really grow any further here. And now you are given the twin flame journey and this concept and this teaching for you to then go deeper with your self-growth and with your self-development, right? So can you see? Yes, you can see. It's pretty obvious. If you're approaching it like that, you're not at all wasting your time. You're actually doing the contrary. You're using that time to the best of your knowledge and abilities, to the best use there is ever. Because you will come to a point in your life, in one of your lives, right, where you were like, I don't really care about anything else. I really care about ascension. I care about becoming my true divine self, being who I truly am, and uniting with my divine self. Not uniting, it sounds a bit weird, but becoming my divine self, right? So this is where this takes you, if you approach it this way. So inner work that I teach you, that I help you with, and using it as a tool for improvement of yourself. Second point, that when you're not wasting your time, is if you're using this twin flame journey to get clear on what makes your heart thrive or strive. Thrive. What makes your heart blossom and glow, and when you're happiest. When are you happiest? What is it you truly, when are you in the flow, in the divine flow? What do you love doing? Work-wise, hobby-wise, friends-wise, whatever it is. I tend to repeat myself. But get clear where you are happy and how you can live the life of your dreams. It's basically the same as the first point, right? You use it as a self-growth tool, but in order, like, self-growth means you get to know yourself so well that you find out what you're really passionate about, what you care about, what you love, and then you shift your life and you organize yourself in such a way so you only get to do that, right? For example, I love coaching. I love helping people. It's just so amazing to talk to people, to teach people. I'm a teacher, right? So I found the perfect content now that I'm passionate about teaching. Before I taught French and German, right? I taught other stuff too, but mainly that. And so now I'm teaching this. So I love it. I love every second of it, right? And that makes me happy. That makes me thrive. So find that for yourself. And what does your twin flame has to do with all that? Well, he's actually, or she's saying, hey, go find what makes you happy, because it's not me. I don't make you happy. I'm not your source. What do you want from me? Like, what do you want from me? Right? It's putting that boundary for you to find yourself, to realize that he or she is not your happiness, because that's outside of you. Even though they're one with you, they're pushing you to find what makes you happy, and so you find that happy place in your life, and that is what then attracts your twin flame, because you're glowing, right? You're so happy and you love what you do, you love your life, you're happy without needing and wanting and stalking and hoping and dreaming and everything I said before, right? You're happy without that, so now it becomes possible for them to be in your life. So I hope this is clear. I'm sure it is. It's really important because, yes, there is sort of a right and a wrong approach to this journey and to this process you can be in. So yes, it can be either wasting your time or it can be the absolute contrary, which is making the best of all uses of your time. Right? And that's what I wish for you. That's what I hope you're doing. If you haven't started yet, I see so many comments of people who are on the journey, who have started to recognize what a gift it truly is. So congratulations to you. Keep going and reach out if you need help. It would be a pleasure to work with you. And I'm sending much love. I say talk soon. Bye guys, bye.